Hello there once again, folks. My name is Josh O'Leary, bringing you another episode from Mark's Max Muscle. This time we're at the first of the semi round matches of the 1980s Gladiator Round. And our competitors here, on the left we have Tom Platz, and on our right we have Ron Love, and it's going to be a good one. And on with the first pose, our front relaxed. On the left, Tom Platz, and then once again Ron Love on our right. We have two good competitors here. But from my point of view right now, I'm looking at Tom Platz's comparisons from the abs and the legs and the shoulders and his chest. He looks a little bit more wider to me. I think Ron Love looks a little bit more flat in the front part of his chest and his lats too. I think Tom Platz definitely portrays his a lot better in this one. And his abs are a lot more conditioned and his legs are twice the size in my eyes. So yeah, Ron Love's a good competitor, but Tom Platz has the upper hand on this. Skipping right along to the round two, we have the front double bicep pose. Now here on the left, I actually like to give a round of applause to our man Ron Love here. Very good symmetry on this. Looks a little bit leaner than Tom Platz on the right this time, but they both portray a unique way of posing this pose. They have Tom Platz here, he does a little bit of the vacuum seal as you can see, but you got Ron Love on the upper hand doing the classical side of the pose. So, but that doesn't really come to the overall winner depending on the way they portrayed the pose. I'm looking at the aspects of the competitor and the athlete and everything that came to this pose. And when you take a look at Tom Platz's biceps, they are the peaks on them they got a pretty good shape to them, but I see like on Ron Love his biceps look a lot more fuller and a lot more rounder than Tom Platz's peaks. He's got a little more of a pyramid look to them. So for that style in this pose, I want to give it to Ron Love. Ron Love on this one. And moving on to round three, we have the front lat spread. Now we're going to start with Ron Love here on the right. Since he won the last round, we'll start with him first. We're going to take a look at his upper body, starting with his shoulders. Shoulders got good size. He's got good width coming down for his lats. He's standing up pretty tall in this one. He's got good abs, good symmetry on them, but for some reason his legs, they could be a lot better. You know, he missed a couple days on the squat rack, if you know what I mean. So, but that's just from my point of view. Overall he's hitting this pose awesome. But now we're going to go over here to Tom Platz on the left. Now there's no question and no doubt that you can notice his legs stand right out. They're massive. The teardrops on them are perfect. Symmetry, everything. You can tell that he can squat at least 400 pounds easily, 20 reps. Look at them. Now his lats, they're a lot more thicker I find than Ron Love's. Ron Love's might have the depth, but Tom Platz has a lot more thickness. His arms, his shoulders, his chest is a lot bigger. I'm giving this pose to Tom Platz this time. Tom Platz is the winner. Here we go now. Here we go now with round four. Round four with our side chest pose. Now we have Ron Love on the left and we have Tom Platz on the right. Now, looking at Tom Platz, he wins again on the leg department. There's no question there. I just want to throw that out there. Going to get that off the top. Clear that right off the first of the list. So moving on to the other aspects of this pose. We have Ron Love that's really impressed me with this one. His striations, he's looking really conditioned. He's got the symmetry down. He's got the pose on key. He looks really confident, and he's got the right, to me, he gets to get the 90-degree angle on the money. Now, Tom Platz as well, he's got a different angle to this pose. It's unique. He's got more of a lean to it, and he's got his chest proper. He's got his shoulders. He's got lots of veins coming through them. He's looking well. Overall, a good competitor, these two, with this pose. It's a hard one for me, but I know you guys might not agree with me, but I'm actually going with Ron Love on this one. Ladies and gentlemen, we're moving right along to our fifth round. We have the side tricep pose. This is one of my favorite poses in bodybuilding. I might have said this once in one of my other videos that I made a guest appearance on. But on to the matter. I like both competitors' pose here. It's more of a classic side tricep. You know, some people like to do a little bit of more of a twist to the front with their shoulders more leaning forward, but these guys are just standing straight back, holding it up, holding their grounds. But I still see the little, call it the Tom Platz twist, it puts on his poses. He's got that little bit of that leaning angle once again, so he's keeping his name there. So looking at the shoulders, we both have good front delts, no doubt there at all, but Tom's is a little bit bigger. Their chests, I find that Tom, once again, he's got more of a puffier but still conditioned chest. The abs on both competitors are both great, and the legs once again is going on Tom's side. So to me, for this, I'm gonna have to go with Tom Platz on the upper hand for round 5 of the side tricep. So it's a close one, guys. It's one after another, back and forth. It's a good battle we got going on here. And just like that, we're moving on to the 6th round here, the rear double bicep. Now we have Tom Platz on our right, and we have Ron Love on the left. Now, just taking a look at Tom Platz here, just a tremendous effort, tremendous work, tremendous pose overall. His back is he's striated all over from head to toe. Doesn't make a difference for Ron Love though. He's pretty lean on this one, I must say. His back's a lot less meatier than Tom Platz. Even though he's taller, you think he would have a little bit more meat on the back of him, but he is still symmetry's good. His shoulders is really on the upper hand on that side. I'll give him that. His shoulders and his biceps are bigger than Tom's, but for overall for the back and the winner, it's going to be Tom Platz. He's the man on this one. And our 7th pose up here, folks, we have the rear lat spread. Now on our right we have Ron Love, and on our left we have Tom Platz. It's been a pretty good battle so far. Tom Platz is in the run-ins right now, up 2 on him, but we got a rear lat spread like I was saying here. But look at the thickness on Tom Platz. Like, he's got a massive back for a short man like that. Like, I'm pretty impressed. Like, his shoulders, his traps, his lats, they're full, conditioned, and well put together. The symmetry on it's perfect. Now we have Ron Love on the right here. Not only he's got a wide back, he's got a thinner waist. You know, he's got a little bit of some conditioning issues to work with on his back, I'm not gonna lie. But overall, he brought his game. He brought the best he could for what he can do. But for this one, I'm gonna have to say it's Tom Platz. Tom Platz takes this one. Well, would you look at that? We're already on the 8th pose, and it's no question here that we already know who the winner is. But let's move on. We got Ron Love on the left. We got Tom Platz on the right. He's like, I'm just gonna say this for the record. I can't believe the legs on Tom Platz. That's absolutely outstanding. I think I was off a bit. That guy can at least 22, 23 reps pushing 500 for sure. Look at them. Those things are massive. After all, this is the most muscular pose. So let's take a look here. We got, like I said, Ron Love on your left. He's got that big trap disorder, I call it. It's definitely bringing one of his strong points on this. He's got some shoulders. His chest is looking good. His abs are there. He's got conditioned legs, but they're not, like I said, can't compare to those legs, man. Tom Platz has got him on the legs. But let's take a look here over at Tom. We get the symmetry. He's got good form on his, like I said, he's got that Tom Platz twist to it. Look at the little bit of an angle that he's got on the pose. It's very unique. So, but this is a good one here. We got Ron Love bringing a good portion of the pose for the upper hand, but with the legs, I can't, there's just no doubt about it. It's going to go to Tom Platz on this one. Well, it's the time of that episode when we come down to our last and final pose. Round number 9 is our ab and thigh. Now, I'm telling you, this is probably one of the most competitive pictures I've ever seen between two athletes. This is a real nail biter on this one, folks. This is hard to tell. But let's start with Ron Love on the right this time. Now, looking at Ron, his condition is right on point. Like, he did his studying, he did his work, he put the time and effort in to come out like a total package. Look at that. Just perfect symmetry. His feathering on his thighs is just, you can see it just dusting right in there at the final. But now we're going to move on over here to Tom Platz on your left. Also very well conditioned. Thick thighs as always. Look at the striations on it. Have you ever seen a separation in a thigh like that before? It's the first for me. So, but when it comes down to it, one has the upper hand on one part, one has the upper hand on the other. I give Ron the ab department, and I give Tom Platz here the thigh department. But I'm going to have to say, overall, I'm going to give it to Ron Love with having the thinner waist. I think that's what's going to bring it home for him. He's got the condition, the symmetry, the feathering, like I said. So, good job, Ron. You brought the last one down to you, but it's over. That's it. Round 9's finished. Ron Love's our winner. That concludes this episode on the first round of the semi round matches of the 1980s Gladiator Round, and we have your winner here, Tom Platz, on your left. Congratulations, Tom.
I just want to give a big shout out to Tom Platz, He's moving on to be the first one to advance in the 1980 Gladiator tournament. Soon to declare a challenge against either Gary Stridham or Tony Pierce.